Yeah, I'm a little late making a Starfield first impressions video, but I don't fucking care, get over it. I played only about 4 hours of Starfield because I've been playing a different game instead, so this video is absolutely not intended as a full, thorough review of the game, as I simply don't have enough hours played where I would feel confident in giving one. This is intended as a more opinionated first impressions style video. For background, I've loved every other Bethesda game. Oblivion is one of my favourite games of all time. I really got into gaming in the first place because of Oblivion. Skyrim is one of my most played games in my Steam library to this day, and I still go back to it every so often. Fallout 4, while missing some of the RPG feel that I love, was a game I genuinely enjoyed playing, put loads of hours into it. As far as games that are relevant that are not from Bethesda, it's worth mentioning that I've sunk a not insignificant amount of time into Elite Dangerous, a spacefaring kind of RPG, kind of space sim experience that I thoroughly enjoy. Because this is a space game, that's kind of relevant experience for me. With all that being said, my hopes for Starfield were pretty high. I jumped into the game and was immediately impressed with the game's visuals, and I felt the immediate atmospheric tone that the game was attempting to land, which has always been a pretty strong suit of Bethesda's game design, with each of their games always being tonally unique from each other. Speaking of other things that Bethesda is good at, they are good at making environments that spark intrigue for exploration. I found myself seeing structures in the distance on the planets and wanted to go and see what was there. Now, this very well could be an accident given that the worlds are procedurally generated, but still, it's something positive. The combat was perfectly serviceable, similar to Fallout 4's but without VATS, but once I started travelling between planets, the game's flaws started to reveal themselves. First, the UI is awful. This has been a common complaint amongst players, and it became immediately frustrating to me while playing. Inventory management's a chore, the interface for moving around space is awful. There's actually really not a piece of UI I can think of in this game that I like. Oh, there's 2 options here! Fuck! Okay, well, I wish it told me that. Second, the space travel system sucks. It really does. I understand why there may be technical limitations and reasons for it, but good lord, there are so many cutscenes to travel. It basically works like this. You're on a planet and you get into your ship and you get a cutscene for going into the planet's atmosphere. You then open the menu and find the planet you need to go to. You use the menu to say fly to it, and you get another cutscene for going to that planet. You then open your menu again, and you find a spot on that planet you want to land, and guess what? Another cutscene for landing on the planet. This is why I mentioned Elite Dangerous earlier, because the space travel in that feels so much more natural. If you want to fly to a planet, you get into your ship, fly out of the atmosphere, no cutscene, you actually point your ship up and fly out of the atmosphere. If you want to jump to another system, you use your map to set the course and then point your ship in that direction and engage the jump drive, and it jumps you to that star system. You then point your ship in the direction of the planet you want and you actually fly to it. Same thing with the planetary landings. You use the map to set the location, you go around the planet and fly down to the location. This feels so much better because you are in control the whole time. You really feel like you're a space traveller with your ship against the universe. Turns out the best way to get someone to feel like a space traveller is to actually have them travel space. Another common complaint is that the procedurally generated planet locations end up repeating a lot, and where they don't repeat they at least feel very samey. While I didn't play enough to really see that, I did find myself being interested in a location, walking to it for 3 to 5 minutes, only to get there and find out there really wasn't anything there. Which is a shame, and it kind of incentivized me to not really do that going forward. I'd probably be missing out on stuff if I do that, but really it's a kind of a flaw in the game's design. If the first time I try and do that, it kind of sucks, so yeah, still a complaint from me. All this to say, I think the thing this game suffers from the most is the timing of its release, because it's really living in another game's shadow right now. Oh look, I'm finding a way to talk about Baldur's Gate 3 in a video about Starfield. What a surprise. But I do feel like it's relevant here. I played Starfield for, like I said, about 4 hours, and I honestly just wanted to be playing Baldur's Gate the whole time. If it wasn't for the fact that I had access to play it already from my Game Pass subscription, and I'm now a streamer so I have incentive to stream and make videos on new games, I probably wouldn't have even played it at all, which is an insane thing of me to say about a game coming from one of my favourite game developers of all time. I think it's fair to say that I would probably enjoy Starfield much more if it wasn't for the fact that there is, if I'm going to be blunt, a considerably better game right there. I've spent over 100 hours in Baldur's Gate 3, finished a playthrough and immediately started another, and I am still just as hungry to play more of it. All that to say, I wouldn't expect any Starfield content here on the channel for a little while. Maybe in a month or 2 or 3, I'll pick up the game and really enjoy it. Plus by then the game might be patched to perform better, and mods will come out to perhaps fix some of the issues I have with it. I know there's already one that fixes the UI for a lot of the menus, so if there's one that reduces the length of the cutscenes as well, that'd be great. If you enjoy Starfield, I'm not here to tell you you're wrong for liking it. There's very clearly some good stuff here to enjoy. The UI, not so much. The performance, not so much. Some of the issues from the procedurally generated environments, not so much. But, you know, the experience of exploring an entire planet, really there. The atmosphere, nailed it. The visuals, nailed it. The sound design, nailed it. But for me, any game is going to have to really impress me to take me away from Faerun for a while. It's just too good. If you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like on it, and also subscribe to the channel if you like these kind of videos. I check this statistics for how many people that watch my channel are actually subscribed, and it actually like amazed me. 99.4% of people that watch my channel are not subscribed, which is absolutely insane. If you're one of those people that are watching the video and you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate if you consider subscribing to the channel. Lots of more videos like this. If you like Baldur's Gate, there's a lot of Baldur's Gate videos up as well. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll make sure that you get notifications for when I go live on the channel as well. I go live here, right here on YouTube, a ton, mostly streaming Baldur's Gate 3 at the moment, but once I'm done with that, if I'm ever done with that, I'll start streaming some other stuff like Starfield and any other new games that come out. If there's any other videos that come out, or games that are coming up that you want to see me do this style of first impressions video on, leave a comment, let me know. And other than that, just enjoy your day, everybody. Peace out.